Hello, it's me Luigi Marinus Gaming, and today I'm gonna review the Wild Robot. In future North America, a Universal Dynamics cargo ship is destroyed by a tornado and shipwrecks on an uninhabited island. A family of otters check the cargo of Roz's utilitarian robots, and activates the only one still whole, Unit 7134, who calls itself Roz for short. Roz wanders around the island, having misunderstandings with the local wildlife, before she decides to enter dormant learning mode, observing nature, emerging days later fluent in all animal language. Given she lacks an assignment, Roz decides to leave, but her attempt at contacting her manufacturer leads her to be struck by lightning, and once she awakens she is attacked by raccoons. Roz stops a fox from eating the egg and it then hatches. The gosling thinks of her as his mother, and when Roz tries contacting Universal Dynamics, the gosling hits the communication module with its bill and breaks it, stranding her. Roz tries going away, but a discussion with Pinktail, a mother opossum, ends up unwittingly setting an assignment on Roz regarding raising the gosling, before it needs to leave the island for its winter migration. Roz asks the help of the fox, Fink, and after they find out how to feed the gosling, a conversation between them while building a shelter leads the bird to be named Brightbill. Once Brightbill has grown, Roz tries to teach him to swim, and Brightbill meets other geese, being bullied for his short stature and awkward social manners. Roz appears to protect the goose and save him from a barracuda wanting some orientation. Roz goes to the wreckage containing the destroyed Rozm robots, learning that they were meant to be servants in human cities, and that she is not supposed to have feelings, before getting another communication module. Encouraged by the elder goose Longneck, Roz helps Brightbill learn to fly, including by hiring the Falcon Thunderbolt as a teacher. Once he is capable and flies away with the other geese, Roz is unnerved at how she challenged her programming, became attached to the bird, and is sad that he left. She activates her communication module, but as soon as the beacon shows up at the Universal Dynamics headquarters, Roz shuts it off again. She helps other animals to survive and becomes friends with them as well. The story is very similar to WALL-E mixed with My Neighbor Totoro and the Iron Giant. The story may seem simple, but just like WALL-E, it's more complex than you would think. It's also one of the most heartwarming and wholesome DreamWorks movies. The animation is very similar to Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, but with more realistic looking designs. This is also one of the more emotional DreamWorks movies. I can say that this is definitely an emotional masterpiece that even got me emotional when watching it. It's also one of the DreamWorks movies that are more emotional than funny. Almost like DreamWorks wanted to make a Pixar movie. I know this movie is technically based on a book, though, but this is still a pretty original movie from DreamWorks. Many people say it is the best DreamWorks movie, and even if I wouldn't consider it the best DreamWorks movie, it's still a close second behind Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. But it doesn't really have that much chance to surpass that movie since that's my favorite movie, but still, though I love everything about this movie. It was even better than How to Train Your Dragon 3 and Trolls 3 Band Together, which were my second and third favorite DreamWorks movies before this movie. I thought it was cute, wholesome and heartwarming. And I really like the interactions with Roz and Fink. Which I thought Fink was my favorite character besides Roz. I do like fox characters in animated movies. This one's probably my favorite animated fox. I really liked how he helped Roz raise the gosling and talk to her about life, and had a more realistic fox-like behavior than other kind of fox characters. And I liked how he and Roz made a home for the gosling, and told stories with Roz. Roz, her character kinda reminded me of WALL-E and Baymax. I did think the beginning was also pretty sad, with Roz being feared by the animals or Roz getting attacked by them, because they think she's a monster. What I also like is how you could feel the character's emotions even with Roz. You could see how she feels with the eyes. In a lot of animated movies about robots, you can see the emotions just by looking at their eyes, like WALL-E and Big Hero 6. In this movie the same applies here with Roz. You can know when she's sad or happy when looking at her eyes. I just thought that was a really nice detail. There were a few jokes in this movie that made me laugh, like Brightbill behaving like Roz by walking or talking like a robot. But most of the times it's more emotional than funny. Which I am glad this movie wasn't just silly like some of the trailer made it feel like. The animation also looks like a storybook come to life. Which was a nice touch. Bontra is the main villain of the movie and wants to bring Roz back to Universal Dynamics, but Roz realizes that she's already home, and all the animals try to defend her. The ending of the movie kinda left off wanting a sequel. After watching The Wild Robot in theaters, I was a bit conflicted on whether I like it more than Inside Out 2, but I think they could be equally as good. Maybe The Wild Robot is better, maybe Inside Out 2 is better, but all I know is that I hope The Wild Robot will win Best Animated Feature. Which is why I am happy to give The Wild Robot a 10 out of 10. I was already excited when the first trailer came out and it broke all my expectations. I even thought about giving movies that are either an 8, 9 or 10 the "that is cinema" quote from Luigi in the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Which is exactly what I'm going to give to this masterpiece of a movie. This was my review. And since DreamWorks, Pixar, Disney, Sony Pictures Animation and Blue Sky made their animated robot movie, I wonder what kind of movie Illumination would make.